This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that cares about the most important part of your life, your health. Hi, I'm Mark Alyn, and along with the insane Daryl Wayne, he'll be saying hi sometime soon, I'm sure, we're going to be talking about a wide variety of health issues that touch each and every one of us, from pain relief to talking about probiotics in hour number 2. This first hour, we're going to take a look at light and how light can be used to heal and rejuvenate, and at the same time relieve and reduce pain. The first half hour of our show, we're going to be talking with Yvonne Hedeker. She is the CEO of Light Health Research, and they've done some really interesting, innovative product development. We're going to be talking about how the Dream Spa phototherapy works and how it can help you sleep better and do all kinds of things. During the second part of this hour, we're going to talk with another power woman who is the CEO and co-founder of a company, and they have a product that actually provides quality pain relief without drugs, all based on different kinds of light. We go to the Chicago, Illinois area right now, where we meet our new friend, Yvonne Hedeker. Yvonne, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure. Listen, light as healing, we can actually use light to rejuvenate, to relax, to enjoy life better?
Right, exactly. And many people are surprised by this because we have gotten used to living indoors, and we have created artificial lighting and a lot of modern conveniences that, while they're wonderful, they, without us realizing, they've taken away a little bit of our natural environment that we really need for optimal wellness. And one of those components is light. Actually, light is a source of all life on this planet, and
right.
So in some way it's not surprising that in many ways our bodies and our brains need light on a regular basis.
As right now, there's a big thing about iPads, iPhones, and other tablets that are being used in everyday life. I have an iPad, I have an iPhone, I have a laptop, I have a desktop, and I'm on a computer a lot. Does the light from these electronic devices, do they bother us in some way? Do they harm us?
Well, there is a significant research that blue light, certain frequencies of blue light, can be harmful, and they keep us awake. So blue light stimulates our brain, and it suppresses melatonin, which helps us sleep at night. When it gets dark, our brains naturally take that darkness or that dusk as a cue to start producing melatonin. So if we're around a lot of bright light and you have trouble sleeping at night, it's good to dim the lights, and it's best practice not to expose yourself to those kinds of devices. But that's not possible for many of us, right? It's just the way we live nowadays, myself included.
I know that blue light, as a video producer and director, blue light is sunlight. But the light temperature, if you will, is blue. It looks blue, and I guess that's why it keeps us up at night.
Well, there's different blue frequencies, so it's a little bit more complicated than that. The blue spectrum includes ultraviolet, which we all need but can be harmful, and that's why if you're getting ultraviolet therapy, you're getting that from a licensed physician. However, the other blue range, there's two, I would say, categories or frequencies, ranges of frequencies of blue. And one is called blue turquoise. That's a higher range. Starts at about 460 nanometers. And below that is what we call blue violet. Blue violet light is what we find a lot in our computers and other devices, some LED light bulbs that are now popular. And that blue violet range can be harmful for the eyes. They actually can accelerate macular degeneration. However, if you go over that 460 into 460, 65, 470, we have 470 in our light, those frequencies can be highly beneficial for the eyes and for the body. And so it's limiting your exposure to that lower range of blue light that's really important.
I know that a number of years ago, and maybe it's still popular, tanning beds, which I think I've always thought were bad. Ever go on a tanning bed, Daryl?
Not really. I had one of those lights, sun lamp lights that was recommended because I had rosacea, and the physician said use it a little bit. And one time I fell asleep under it for like 3 or 4 hours, and in the emergency room. I haven't used it since. 40 years ago. So.
Yeah, I get that, and it can be dangerous. The light overexposure to some light rays can be dangerous, Yvonne?
Yeah, there is. There's a thinning of the ozone layer, and too much sun at certain times of the day can be detrimental. However, with light therapy, we're always choosing frequencies that are good for the body. So if you're, other than a tanning bed or something like that, if you're using light therapy like LED light therapy, you don't have to really worry too much about overdoing it, because your body will just take in as much as it can and use it, and it doesn't have any detrimental effects.
I know people that regularly use tanning because, pasty white legs like mine are not fashionable, okay? I don't wear shorts into the studio because I don't want to blind poor Daryl. And I have, and he's requested, hey, Mark, cover up. My point is that we do need some exposure to ultraviolet, for example, for the production of vitamin D. But at the same time, we're afraid of skin cancer. How do we know what we're getting when we're using anything, even the Dream Spot phototherapy unit?
Well, with a unit like ours, like the Dream Spot phototherapy unit, and there's others out there, you can find out specifically what frequencies we're using. And typically, we're all using frequencies. That's the intention of light therapy. It's called photobiomodulation. It's using light in a beneficial way to enhance bodily function. And that could be beauty, that could be sleep, that could be energy. There are a lot of different things, healing. When you're out in the sun, you are exposed to other frequencies. So, like I said, you really can't overdo it, but we do need light. Our brains need light. Our pineal gland, which is the master regulator in the brain, actually has cells that are photoreceptors. They're just like the cells in your eyes, and it sees light in the middle of your brain. It's kind of strange because we're not aware of it, so it's a little discombobulating to hear that, but the pineal gland needs light to function properly, and then that is, like I said, it's called the master regulator, so that affects everything in the body, and primarily your endocrine system and your pituitary, which is very, very important because your pituitary secretes human growth hormone, and that drops off considerably by age 40, and human growth hormone, in my opinion, is the only real anti-aging elixir that's available.
How did you get into light therapy? What's your background?
Well, that's really interesting. I started out actually as a CPA, and I owned
that's
an
a good
accounting
transition.
firm. Yeah, it's a kind of a different area. Well, it's brought business expertise to my business here, but I did start as a CPA, and I had small children, and I became ill and didn't know what was wrong with me. And it turned out I got this, which I thought very strange diagnosis of fibromyalgia. and I didn't want to try traditional therapies because basically they were prescribing some pretty significant drugs that I didn't want to put into my body
because of the side effects, Yvonne.
Right, because of the side effects. So I for the first time I got interested in natural medicine, or just very open to what was out there. I knew very little, or practically nothing, and I came across lots of different things. But the one piece that significantly changed, particularly my energy level, because I could barely get out of bed at that time, was the light therapy. It was such a significant change. I used a predecessor to our Dream Spa. It was a predecessor unit, and our Dream Spa is even more effective. And it transformed my energy level after 6 sessions, which was totally amazing and shocking. And I still experience that today, days that I'm tired and do a session. I just can't believe how different I feel afterwards.
Daryl doesn't know this, but I volunteered us to try the unit. We're going to get it in the next week or so. We'll try it for a few weeks, and we'll both report back on what it does for us. If you want information, by the way, you can go to lighthealthresearch.com, lighthealthresearch.com. Yvonne's going to write an article for us, and we'll have it posted along with this interview on latenighthealth.com and iTunes and other places as well. All right, we're going to take some time out. When we come back, Yvonne and I are going to talk about light. Don't go away as Late Night Health continues.
Attention users of the blood-thinning drug Xarelto. If you took the drug Xarelto and experienced complications such as cerebral hemorrhage, gastrointestinal bleeding or other internal bleeding, or if a loved one has died after taking Xarelto, you may be eligible to get a cash award for your suffering. Call the Xarelto Help Hotline now at 1-800-264-3150. That's 800-264-3150. To qualify for a cash settlement, you must file a claim before the deadline, so don't miss your opportunity for a cash settlement. Call 800-264-3150 now for a free, no-obligation consultation. Our call center is open 24/7. So if you took the drug Xarelto and experienced cerebral hemorrhage, gastrointestinal bleeding, or other internal bleeding, or if a loved one has died after taking Xarelto, call the Xarelto Help Hotline now at 800-264-3150, 800-264-3150. That's 800-264-3150.
The experts at Web.com want to build your business a successful website for free, just like we did for these current Web.com customers.
We've looked at other website designers. There's nobody better than Web.com.
Web.com can build your website in as little as 7 days free. Plus, we'll promote it on all the major search engines. If after 30 days you're happy, we'll continue to provide promotion, hosting, support, and maintenance, all for one low monthly fee. If not, cancel and pay nothing.
If you're in business and you don't have a web presence, you won't be taken seriously.
Call right now and you'll also get a free .com or .net domain name for your new website, powered by VeriSign, the world's leading domain name provider.
No upfront charge for site build, after which ongoing fees apply. Rights to site are relinquished when canceled. Domain included during active service, after which fees apply.
800-489-8751. 800-489-8751. 800-489-8751. That's 800-489-8751.